This time I'm going to tell you about Jimmy. Okay. He's 26 years old. He just made it past the mark where, um, because I have a age minimum, I don't want to deal with boys who are just so low with testosterone they can't think about anything but sex. Um, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just that you don't hear. You've got testosterone all the way up to your brain, let alone your ears. Anyway, so Jimmy's there and he says, "Can I ask you a question?" Of course you can. Of course you can. They always have questions. You always have questions. He said, "We've been married since I was 24, 23, and my wife had our second baby about 6 months ago. She came to me last week and she said, 'We're not having any more sex because I'm not having any babies. I've done my duty. You have a son and you have a daughter. That's all I'm giving you. That's my duty to God. And I don't like sex. And you don't get to play with that little nasty thing between your legs anymore, thinking you're doing it in secret, because that makes me sick and makes me sick of you. So you don't get to touch him anymore.'" And I was quiet. I waited. I said, "So what's your question?" He said, "What do I do? I'm only 26 years old and I'm not supposed to have sex for the rest of my life." He said, "Just think about this for a minute. She's just had a baby. I mean, the baby's only 6 months old, okay? And she has a toddler that she's taking care of. Having a baby in your body rebuilding, if you don't know about the anatomy of that and the physiological trauma that that does to a woman's body in order for her to come back and be together with herself again, they can't help it. The hormonal thing and the serious drudgery of being a mom of two little kids and a housewife and can't get out because she always has to take the children with her without your help. No offense, I'm just telling you what I know, what I've been through, what other women I know have been through. Okay, so this isn't about you being a bad guy or anything. A couple things though: let her be who she is. Don't try to predict your future and with wailing and moaning and desperation. Number one, that thing between your legs is your best friend, and he's been your best friend since the first time you put your hands on him. Your folks knew that. All the people in your family knew that because you were going to have to pull that guy out 6 or 7 times a day. He's your best friend. Give him a name. And you don't have to tell her yet that you've given him a name. You get to be your own individual private self. The other thing that Jimmy told me was that I said, "Was your wife a virgin when you married her?" He said, "Of course. Like, you don't expect me to marry a woman that's been around." Um, thing about it is that girls grow up indoctrinated, the ones that grow up indoctrinated to be and maintain their virginity, to be a virgin and maintain their virginity, is a fierce, fierce mantle to throw on a little tiny girl because they don't get a choice in the matter to hear that kind of crap. They don't get a choice in the matter to not be able to explore their own bodies and find out who they are. What makes them feel good? What do they want? And they're told that you will teach them all about their bodies. This is not said or read from a book or anything like that. Just over the years, it becomes just from the community in which they dwell. Your husband will show you. Your husband will tell you. He doesn't know. How in the world is he going to show her? And that didn't happen for her. So and no offense to you, but if you don't know how to touch a wife, a woman, without respect, without appreciation, without joy, without love, and most of all important, without knowing who the heck you are, you're going to have problems in your marriage. And then after they've had their babies and they're done with you, they go back to being a virgin. It's called a born again virgin because that has always been their aim in their head, planted there by so many others. I'll do my duty and then I can be a virgin again. And I don't mean physically, I mean emotionally and spiritually, where she's not ashamed for having sex, because there's shame involved in having sex when that's the way you're raised. So, number one, it's your penis. If you need to take him out in the woods or in the bathroom, in the shower, in your car, out somewhere, and give him some relief, by God, do it. Okay? She may change her mind. She's what? You said you're 26 and she's 24. She's matured into a woman, but she has a lot of growing to do. A lot of growing to do. So you take care of you and let her take care of her. And the God that you both say you believe in will guide you down the path. I met a lot of guys like that. Um, it just amazes me that you guys go through this, and I'm sorry that you do. And girls go through it too. Women go through it too. Some women live their whole entire damn lives never having had an orgasm. And when I think about all the women over millennia, since the beginning of time, who got stuck with a guy who didn't know how to do anything but fuck. Like I say, flies fuck. If you want to be a fly, sweetie, I think that's a miserable life. But anyway, that's Jimmy's story. I hope you have a good day. Bye.